Well, hello. So happy. So happy. I was going to go and watch some cricket this afternoon, but I'd left it quite late, and I'm going to actually play some Resident Evil instead. Let me. I am on the wrong account to see my YouTube studio so that I can chat with anybody who pops in. There we go. Let's get that up. Get my things up. Give me 1 second. I still have not remastered the art of working all this out yet. But yeah, we should be fine. We should be broadcasting. And I'm going to go in here. What did I unlock in the extras? Oh, there we are. That is the extras. So, in completing the main game, I ran off before the end of the credits the other day because I was running late for something. So, in completing the main game, you get a new game plus. You unlock professional. I believe you keep everything that's in your inventory. And you also unlock some extra things. You unlock the movie browser in which you get all the cutscenes, which is kind of cool. And there you go. You can watch back all them cutscenes. I think I got all the extra cutscenes because I went out of my way to make sure that I got the extra little ones. So there are those cutscenes. Apparently we're going to save the game because I looked at cutscenes. That's awesome. And we've got 3 extra little games, Separate Ways, Assignment Ada, and the Mercenaries. Assignment Ada is really fun. It's kind of you just go through, I believe it's like the island level, and you get to kick ass and collect Plaga samples, I believe they are. So, but we're going to actually play Separate Ways. I need to just make sure that I am actually streaming live, because I can't see that I am on my thing. Just make sure it's all good. Go on my channel. Yep. We are. Yep, that's cool. It wasn't. For some reason it's not popping up on my YouTube studio. So that's always fun. I enjoy it when things work properly on YouTube. I might have to go grab my laptop. Bring that over. Yeah, gonna start Separate Ways. Or I popped my face right over Ada's pretty face. I'm so sorry, Ada.
Separate ways. The only reason I've taken on this mission is to get closer to my own objective. No matter what happens, I can't let anyone figure that out. Of course, hiding in the shadows isn't my style. I'll have to reveal myself to him and offer advice once in a while.
No vamos. ¡Ay, qué madre! Te cogí.
So I see you've managed to arrive at the village on time.
Yes, but nobody remembered to roll out my red carpet.
The villagers there are all being controlled. They automatically attack any intruders. Ring the church bell. That should quiet them down for a while.
Sounds like they're good, obedient boys and girls.
Unfortunately, time is not a luxury we have. Gather as much information as you can about the parasites and finish off this little tour.
Leon. Chapter 1. The objective is to ring the church bell. So that is what we are going to do. For some reason, I've noticed they didn't actually do a HD upgrade on Separate Ways. It doesn't look like that cutscene looked very, very dated. But it's obviously on the main gameplay. The main gameplay looks good, but the cutscene looks somewhat dated. So we have a mission objective, and that mission objective is to ring the church bell. And obviously, there you go, you see Leon running off into the corner. So the premise of this is that whilst... So this is locked. We need to get the key. The premise of this is while Leon is doing certain things, Ada is also on her own little mission, and she's doing certain things. Now, this sort of implies that they're both in this area at the same time, though, you know, clearly Leon didn't see Ada wandering around here, and he was busy up on the roof of that house shooting dudes. Implies that Ada was also running around this area and being pretty awesome. Because look, this door is now all broken down, like they've been up here. And I believe that you can still get the shotgun, actually. So it's not a seamless sort of thing. I like Separate Ways. I really like the way that they did it. It's not seamless by any stretch of the imagination. A shotgun, better leave this for Leon. So that kind of implies that he hasn't been up here yet. He's just running around downstairs thinking to himself, where should I go where they can't catch me? And I thought that there was something there. I'm not 100% sure where I need to go with Ada in this part. I need to get through to the thing. Okay, so he's just run into the house that I was just in, apparently. Didn't see me. I mean, that door was wide open. Didn't see Ada just coming across there. Yeah. Oh, she stole an elegant mask off the table and didn't leave it for him and smashed all these boxes. Which, you know, he kind of smashed anyway himself. But she does have her own shotgun. Okay. So I do have my own shotgun. Is this... Yeah, this dude's coming for Ada. So, like I said, it's not a seamless sort of one-for-one. This is, you know, where Ada exactly was, well, where Leon was, because it's quite hard to do that. Everybody plays this game a little bit differently. But it's pretty damn good. It's one of the better takes on this that I've seen. I really do love the kind of thing. I wish that more games did stuff like this. That chicken apparently had the key to that door, just shit it out and put it on the thing. You can hear the chainsaw, but he doesn't actually appear to be coming after Ada, implying that he is coming after Leon instead. Well, I enjoy playing this. Ada. I really do think that more games should do this sort of thing though. It would be awesome. I'd love to see, like, more of this sort of thing. I mean, I'm amazed that Leon hasn't found me, to be honest, because he did run into here. He doesn't let me get out. I'm kind of trapped in this room at the moment. And that chainsaw is very disconcerting. Come on, open the door. Right. Right, we need to go. I need to get out of here. Because I am well and truly trapped in here. All the other things that I was going to pick up are gone. Get out of my way. So, point is, she's got a hook shot, so she can get up to areas that she might not have previously been. And get down. It's implied, I think, that Leon is supposed to be still over in that area over there. We're gonna get out of here. Good morning! Right, open this up. Get out of here. Ah. I'm not gonna tell you that you should be working and not listening to me play Resident Evil, because I'm grateful. I'm glad that you're here. I do not condone such actions, though. Okay, let's just work some stuff out. Gonna eat this chicken egg. Some health back.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Yeah, he's essentially saying, I'm not really open for business yet, but I will say it served to you. Because he's a kind dude like that, and he actually has ammo to sell to Ada. That's why he didn't have ammo to sell to Leon, he's just sold it all to Ada instead. So, it's treasure map, we can upgrade the attaché case, get a TMP, and a rifle. But I don't really have any potatoes right now, so can't do that. Yeah, I do like the way that they did this. I think that it works quite well. It's not seamless, but it does work quite well. I like seeing what Ada was supposedly doing while Leon was doing what he was doing. And I also like sort of there's quite a few implications in this one that oh god damn it, that Ada leaves certain things in certain places, and that's where they are when you get to Leon's campaign, which I like. Is the bird's nest with the hand grenade still here? Doesn't look like it is. No. So obviously the birdies laid those hand grenades by the time that Leon got over here. Ooh, hello, I didn't see you there. Oh my god, I just missed him completely. Come on, Ada. Ooh. Ooh. That was not my fault. My TV just went blank for a second. I couldn't see what I was doing. Excuses. Right. Like, sure, Lucy, I believe you. The thing is Ada's supposed to be better at this point. I think she's awesome, but also the idea is you've played through Leon's campaign, you've got really good at this. So by the time that you get to running through these areas as Ada, you just run through, you smash it, and make Ada look amazing. But you know, it's me, so. While I will try my best to make Ada look as cool as I possibly can, it's me. So, you know, she's probably gonna die somehow in ways that are hilarious. Show that Super Spy School probably is not all it's cracked up to be. See, I can't remember whether I can go straight into the church. Or whether, Ada can go straight into the church or not. Or if she takes the gun. The key. And puts it in the other area. Can't remember that exactly. So this is going to be fun. I know that she does... Yeah. It'll be fine. I don't think she's not gonna... Murchie must have come through here after Ada did to put his battalions around. That's why he said he wasn't open for business yet. Okay, so she gets the key from out of here. And the implication is, I remember this, you do that and then that locks down and you can't get out. So you have to get the cat site put in there to replace it. But that doesn't explain why the key gets moved to the other area. Doesn't even seem to be any birds' nests around. Oh, there is. I need some handgun ammo. Right. So we work out exactly where Ada needs to go. I like her little hop. It's very elegant. I think, if I remember correctly, don't go all the way down. I think I remember this part actually. I don't know what happens. Yeah, this little monster. Ada gets gender equality in her monsters. Female chainsaw wielders. Oh my god, how much is she gonna take? There you go, she's dead now. Okay, so this is the green cat site. And we have to... Here we go. Something's holding the door from the other side. Yeah. The Ganados are basically like pressed up against the door. She can't come through here. We have no plot that involves her coming through here. And it will give away things. So, just give her the cat's eye and let her go. So, we put the cat's eye into this. This is locked. from the other side. Right. I can never remember the bit for this. So I think it's 3, 4, 4, 4, 3. No, it's not. It's the one that looks like an M. 4. 4. And I've just messed this up completely. I think. Oh, there we go. Got it. So there you go. And this door closes up, so we have to put something back in there. And that's where you put the cat's eye. And that's where Leon gets the cat's eye. It's simple things like that that make me so happy. Little Ada. Working her little magic so that she leaves behind good things for Leon to play with. So I've got 2 of these. I think I know where the third one is. I'm trying to remember. But now we can go to the church and ring the church bell. I also like the implication with this opening section that it took so long for Ada to get to the church and ring the bell, which is why the first section, when you're running around from the Granados in the village, can be quite lengthy. You know, it took Ada some damn time to get to the church and get inside. Get on your ass, lady. So I'm getting lots of potatoes, but not much ammo. Right, pop this in here. Oh. I hate it sometimes when you go to aim and it just twists you off. It's like, what's that about? What is the point in that? So Ada has a few things that she can get in this area. Oh, there it is. Purple gem. Much easier to find in Ada's campaign than in Leon's. Come on, chucking shit at me. Where are the dudes? Where are they? There they are. I need to go get the TMP. Is he not dead yet? Dude took 2 shotgun blasts to the face and lived. He's awesome. Okay. I like how I still have scary Ganado music playing, but I believe killed them all. There's nowhere else one can be hiding. Oh, right there. Oh, I did not see him. That's funny. Okay, that is it. If we go to the door won't open, it's locked. I can hear someone whimpering on the other side. So technically, like, Ada could have just rescued Ashley here and just taken her away and been like, this chick, she's got a plaga sample it. But why would we do that? Ada's role in the proceedings would be so much less fun if that happened. We've got to have our Ada as part of the game because she's amazing. That's not it, is it? That doesn't seem right either. None of these seem right to me. That one. And there we go. So we actually turned it the other way round. Ada's the one who locked the church. But we got the bells ringing, which inadvertently saved Leon. Which I'm not really sure why Wesker is like, oh, ring the church bell, that'll get the Ganados out of there, when she's just like, okay, or I could just leave the area. It's just essentially, you know, she inadvertently follows Wesker's order to get the Ganados to the church, and saves Leon. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but there we go, that's it. And that's the first one. End of chapter 1.
Here's what I know so far. Osmond Sadler's cult is known as Los Illuminados. They've resurrected some sort of parasitic organism they call Las Plagas. That's all my organization knows for sure, though Sadler's occult activities seem worthy of investigation. The Salazar family, Castellans for generations, possessed the ability to control Las Plagas. The organization's hypothesis is that a unique frequency of sonic wave, sensed only by the parasites, is used to control them. The same principle used in dog whistles. This was inferred through the analysis of a tissue sample we
Ada
retrieved.
confirms that Ashley
The
is
tissue
indeed a puppy.
contained an organ presumably used for sensing sound waves. I've seen cult members carrying ceremonial rods, and I wonder if they emit these sounds. Of course, this is purely theoretical. The organization needs samples of the parasite to confirm or disprove these theories. That is the main objective of my mission, and the only way to prove my loyalty to the organization. The opening moves in this chess game have been played. There's no turning back now.
Okay, yes, I totally agree with you. Wesker is an Ada Leon shipper. Absolutely. My husband just came to tell me that I was only going to stream for like an hour or 45 minutes because England have got a T20 cricket match this afternoon, and we thought it started at 12:30. But it doesn't, it starts at 1:30, so I've actually got an extra hour to play. An extra hour of watching me flail about. Excuse me. Chapter 2. I like how Ada's is all ceremonial and like she gets new lovely little introductions to her chapters. It's to make up for the fact that she jumps like further ahead in the timeline. These cutscenes are really not well done. They didn't get the HD treatment.
You must be talking about that vagrant Spaniard. So where is he now?
He's held captive in an abandoned house located northeast of the village. Until he recovers the sample, we can't let him die.
You don't need to remind me. Luis, Sarah. And I thought I was high maintenance.
I love how sassy that Ada is about that, Luis. And I thought I was him. Yes, I know. I'm actually looking forward to this match. It will be, fingers crossed, it will be a refreshing change from the test matches, because they were just so disheartening. So disheartening. So I think the implication should be here, you should be able to just like place the key into there, because that's where you find the insignia key, and just imply that, you know, just that extra little touch of putting the key into there would be cool, because that's where you scared the shit out of me, Murchie. What are you doing lingering in this bedroom watching Ada? That is creepy. You are creepy. Right, is there... I'm trying to think. So I need to rescue Sarah.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things. What are you selling?
Ooh, I can sell that mask.
What are you
I've just got to
buying?
do the thing. Give me 1 second, Murchie. I was not prepared for this.
At any time.
Like right now.
What are you selling? Ah, thank you. What are you buying?
Right, what can I buy? I could buy a bigger attaché case, but I think it's better if I have an extra gun. And I think that I'm going to take the rifle over the TMP at this moment in time. Although I've been getting TMP ammo, I do like having a rifle. I can't fit that in. Put it down there. I do have some TMP ammo. You don't upgrade Ada's weapons either. You just buy shit. I'm not entirely sure where it is I've got to go, whether I go this way or I go the other way. You notice as well the little tripwire tabs are not here yet either. And I can't go down there. Got to take care of Mr. Cool first. How sassy Ada is. I cannot wait for the Resident Evil 4 remake now. Like, from replaying this game and seeing how, like, it is a little bit dated. I think people look at this game with a lot of nostalgia. And it is a little bit dated now, but with what they've been doing with the remakes, and particularly, like, how awesome, like, the chemistry, I personally think that the chemistry between Leon and Ada in the Resident Evil 2 remake was awesome, and you got to see them have a little smooch, and I like that a lot. So yes, I would love to see that built up upon in Resident Evil 4. I said, it's a lady on the toilet this time, or using a urinal. What are you using a urinal for, crazy lady? But I've noticed that there's a lot more female Ganados in Ada's side. Yeah, I am looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to what they do with that, because I did like the Ada in the Resident Evil 2 remake. I liked her a lot, and I liked. Ooh, hello. I like the new voice actor for Leon as well. He is the guy who did him in the remake. Is voicing him in the show, or the film that they're doing, the next CGI film that they're doing and putting on Netflix. So he seems to be the voice that is going to be the new Leon. So I like that a lot. I approve of that. I think he does really well of being the slightly younger Leon. He did really well, I think, in Resident Evil 2. So I think it'd be cool to see him in the role, and we see how Leon, you know, toughens up a little bit. It'll be very cool. Still so bloody worried about Resident Evil 8 in the buff field, though. I was talking about this earlier on. Oh no! No, 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 no! You do not get to chainsaw this beautiful lady. You don't get to do that. No! That is not what happens. There we go. Yeah, as I said, I was talking about it earlier on. I went and sat in Avalanche Review, Jared's stream. Earlier on, I woke up early and he was streaming late, so I actually got to sit in one-on-one. It was fun. And just talking earlier on about how Resident Evil market stuff, and that I've fallen for it before. When Resident Evil 6 came along, I was really terrified that they'd actually sort of... I know it sounds very hyperbolic, but they kind of ruined Ada's character and they just made her straight be the villain when she's never been like that. She's been more grey. So, yeah, but, you know, as that turned out, it wasn't. It was sort of a red herring. So, shouldn't be too frightened about the buff field. I don't think they'll kill him off. I think he's too important of a character for the franchise. But that doesn't mean that this might not be his last game, though, because it could be that he actually does decide it's time to retire, which I don't think that, you know, anybody could necessarily blame him for that. But it's one of those things, are they ever actually going to retire? Are they going to be able to retire? Because this stuff is still happening and it's still going to happen, and are they going to be able to just sit back and be like, oh, someone else's turn to take care of that shit now, the world's going to end, zombie apocalypse number 74, I'm just going to sit on my ass in the kitchen? I think it's more likely that any of the core characters and the core group of characters are going to be in it until they either die of old age or they get taken out by circumstance. So, yeah. I'd love to see Claire or Jill turn up in Resident Evil 8, though. We haven't seen Jill for so long. Well, that's the thing, is when you essentially you come off, you know, being dragged into this through, you know, circumstance or whatever terrible incident that you're involved with, and you'd say, okay, you know, I'm going to dedicate my life to ending bioterrorism and the threat of bioterrorism and that sort of thing. You don't just then turn around and be like, yeah, I think it's someone else's problem now. I don't think any of the core group of characters that we've come to know and love will be like, would sit back and let someone else take over. They will always be a part of it. And especially Chris, because, you know, it's been shown time and time again, like with Chris, like he is dedicated. He is so like dedicated to the cause, so to speak. Like he doesn't really like, not necessarily he doesn't have anything outside of it, but he lives for you know, for being a soldier. That's what he is. He's the ultimate professional. Well, I'm glad that he died, because I was out of bullets. But I would like to see. I would like to see certain characters utilised a lot more. I miss Jill in the main timeline, though I think with what they did with the remake of 3, and you know, finally putting her in a sort of modernised game and modernising her the same way as, you know, they've got with redoing and recasting Leon and everything. They've got that core group of characters now all redone for the modern consoles, so I don't see why we shouldn't start seeing them in more recent newer Resident Evils. I would love that. I know Claire is supposed to be, she's going to be in the CGI movie with Leon, but we haven't seen Jill for ages. And I'd love to see the new Carlos come back too, because he was awesome. I think him and Jill could make quite a cool dynamic going forward. But we'll see what happens. That's the thing, is they have such a huge cast of characters now that it's hard to give everybody their due and their right time, you know, on the screen. So what's in here? Ooh, just a bangle. I say just a bangle. It's a very pretty bangle. So I'm trying to remember which way it is that I've got to go. The fact that I could jump down there, but there's no way back up, and there are a lot of traps there. I don't know if it's this way or the other way. There's 2 doors that lead out of this section, and I can never remember which one that it actually is, but there is a lot of traps in the way here. I'm not sure it's this one. I think it's the other one, but we'll have a look. Oh no, I was wrong. Ah, yes, this one. Now, are they going to try and push boulders at Ada? Of course not. They wouldn't dare try such a thing. But I am looking forward to it all. I think that the series is going in quite a positive direction. You know. More Resident Evil for me, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Bloody love this franchise. Oh, blew the boxes up for me. Did he blow himself up? Good. Oh no, he's not dead. Trying to be careful here, just simply because I don't have... Okay, so I can't get in there. And as we know, Ada doesn't actually rescue Lewis, so... But... Ooh, you... No, 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 ooh. I am... No. Ada survives. Yay. I so thought I was going to die then. Someone out there with a pitchfork. I saw it. Okay, so this is where Ada ends up. Okay, so we witnessed them carry Leon and Sarah out of it. So that's after they Leon tried to rescue Sarah and got bitch slapped by the big cheese for the first time. Oh, hang on, I've got handgun bullets. Really seem to be struggling for the conservation of ammo in this game. Can I go in here now? Oh, I can. Awesome. That will help, because there's a save point in here. All this is shut off. Get some goodies. Yeah, there's so much I'd love to talk about when it comes to the Resident Evil series. I really I want to find the time to do some more videos on it. You know, do some videos on it. But at the moment, time is not something I have in abundance anymore, unfortunately. It's what happens when you decide that you want to do a degree. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. I'm just going to do sort of 3 saves for Ada. I like to have 3 saves and like back up over them because I've kind of learned the hard way that sometimes you can get yourself into positions in these games where you might have to go back to a previous save. And if you overwrite your saves, it can be really frustrating. Awesome. Also, one thing that I really love about the Resident Evil series, and I think that this is a really good place to talk about it because with playing as Ada, is how awesome. Like, I just miss those dudes completely. How awesome, like, the female characters in the series are. Like, it's got a lot of genuinely strong, capable female characters that have never felt shoehorned in. Like, they're genuinely strong and tough in their own rights, and I love that. It's just normal. It's one reason I love Mass Effect as well. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't wait for the remaster, the legendary edition or whatever it's being called, of Mass Effect. It's just being able to have these strong female characters and it just seemed, oh god damn it, seemed normal, you know, natural. One of the first times that I played Mass Effect, I mean, I grew up with the Resident Evil ones and having like Jill and Claire and that sort of thing, and having these female characters who are just awesome in their own rights. And Ada, of course, Ada, who's always been like one of, if not like my favourite Resident Evil characters. Just adore Ada to pieces. But yeah, one of the first or a memorable experience that always comes to mind is playing Mass Effect. One of the first times I played Mass Effect, and I realised that I had an all-female squad. At the time, I think I was running with like Liara and Tali, and I was playing as FemShep. So yeah, having like have an all-female squad and just like going around, and it was normal, you know? It was cool and it was normal and it wasn't a big deal. Like, it was what it was. They were just capable female soldiers in a way, just doing what they do. And I love that. I think it was brilliant. So yeah, as I said, Resident Evil's been the same too. And that's something I'd love to do something on and talk about. Because Resident Evil's got amazing female characters in it. Not always incredible. There are a few female characters in Resident Evil who are terrible tropey versions of what women can be in those situations. I'm not talking about Ashley necessarily. I appreciate Ashley for what she is. She is so annoying. And I said in the last episode of the main series the other day that I hope in the remake that they don't sort of take that aspect of her personality away. One of the worst things that they could do with Ashley is that dude's wearing Leon's jacket. One of the worst things that they could do with Ashley is try and turn her into sort of the bad-ass, you know, female character, tropey kind of female character who's all of a sudden she's different, she's badass, she's more capable and she's like cool and stuff. I don't think Ashley needs that. I think that she would serve being they're more leaning into the aspects of her personality that she had, like her being slightly annoying, her being privileged. She's extremely privileged, and I think that's something that they should definitely lean into rather than making her a sort of new stereotypical I'm a badass and I'm capable. Because she's not, and she shouldn't be. Did I even have to come back in here? I mean, I seem to have... Everything seems to have restocked in here, so I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. But I don't know if I even needed to come back in here. I'm trying to work out exactly where things are. I've got to go up that path and kill the dude that's got Leon's jacket. And I think... From there, is that the path that I get up to go towards where the thing is? I can't remember. But we're gonna go there anyway. Look at him. Look at this dude in Leon's jacket thinking he's Leon. He ain't Leon. Ada takes great offense to him thinking he could be Leon. You ain't handsome enough to wear that jacket. Look at you. You're all grubby and dirty and your hair doesn't flop in the wind. Who do you think you are? Come here. Here we go. This looks like Leon's jacket. Why is he wearing it? Because he wants you to love him, Ada. He's like, I slip on this jacket, then that pretty lady might think I'm Leon, and she might give me a kiss. Ada's too smart for that. Well, so we are going up this way. I don't remember any of these routes. Oh, so here is... Ah, this bit. Yeah. She went all the way from here to come back to here so that she can rescue Leon again. I forgot about this part. But, you know, that makes sense because she... She was here earlier on.
Hay un rumor que hay un extranjero entre nosotros.
Nuestro jefe se enterará.
Ooh.
Tienes razón. Es un hombre. You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
I kind of like how they frame this bit as Leon was just stumbling and all like, what, carrying this same blood? What? And just follows him in there out of curiosity rather than me just doing it. Ada, always there to save the day. When have they ever used tranq dart? He didn't have tranquilizer darts. Come on. Ada is captured. First quick time event in Ada's thing. I've been caught out by that so many times. Not this time. You cut her. You asshole. How dare you? How dare you make pretty Ada bleed her own blood? That is unnecessary. Apparently this thing doesn't want to die. And he doesn't want to get stunned. Okay. So this is where Leon was like, there's blood on this, it seems fresh. Ada's blood. Got a cat sight. Oh my god. How many bloody shotgun blasts is that guy gonna take? I know that shotgun's like a more effective close-up, but that was ridiculous. Un forastero! Oh, there's no Murchie here. That makes me sad. Don't think I'm gonna get through here, am I? Door won't open, it must be locked. Would need to find a key. I don't believe that that's the way that I'm supposed to be going anyway. Ooh, the castle. There's Murchie. I knew you'd be around here somewhere. Looks like the lift needs a key to activate it. And what do you know, there's an iron key right there, which I think is going to open the gate down the bottom, and then I've got to go in there for some reason. Don't remember having to fight anything though down here.
Selection of good. What are you selling?
Is the implication going to be that Leon didn't finish thingy off and Ada's got to do him?
Thank you.
Because that's something that happens later on too. And if that's the case, I seriously question Leon's capabilities of finishing off enemies.
Thank you.
Right, could do with that too. I'm gonna have to sort the inventory out in a minute. Okay.
Come back anytime.
Right. I'm gonna sort this damn inventory out because it's a mess. Fit in there? It will. Right. I'm going to fit everything in. It's going to work. You'll see. You'll see. I'm a pro at this. I feel like I should be playing like the Tetris music as I do this one. So they're modelling the inventory for Resident Evil 8 and the Resident Evil 4 remake off this one. So I would love it. You know how they did the somebody modded the X gon' give it to you into the Resident Evil 2 remake. I would love it if somebody modded the Tetris music into the Resident Evil 4 remake of this screen, or the Resident Evil 8, you know. Because that would be hilarious. If I knew how to do such things, I would do it. But I don't. It's better, a little bit more organised. Thank you for your time, Mr. Merchant. Hello. Must be locked, need a key. I do have a key. I don't remember Ada coming in here though, and I fear that means that I'm gonna have like a boss fight or something in here, but I don't remember one. Really don't remember one. I'm not entirely sure who or what that is. Has that got something to do with the mod that I was talking about? I'm getting the cat's eyes, but I don't recall getting the treasure that goes into the cat's eyes. Okay. Just a chainsaw lady. I say just a chainsaw lady. And her husband, she's like, come into my barn, will you? Ooh, that was a bit close. Put that away. Nobody wants to see that sort of thing around here. Thank you. I don't know why it twists so much sometimes when you go to use the shotgun in this game. Thank you. There we go. I'd completely forgotten about this little area. Genuinely had. That's the lift key. Yeah, just pick up all these goodies. Don't leave them for Leon. He doesn't need them. He's already completed the game. Lucy totally breaking the fourth wall there. Oh, tell you what, I've got a stuffy nose. It's this time of the year. I permanently have a stuffy nose at this time of the year. But I am booked in to get my COVID jab. Getting it the week after next. So I'm looking forward for that. Well, I'm not, because I always have bad reactions to vaccinations, so I'm probably going to be feeling a little bit poorly afterwards, but, you know, better than getting COVID. I hate these things. Don't even have any flashes. Oh, cool. Yeah, my second one's not till June, but I'm booked in for both. I am already booked for both. It's god damn it. It's been quite tricky in my area. There's not many places in my area that are actually doing them, so for God's sake. Hang on, just let me concentrate on killing this guy before I die. He takes me out like, not in a fun way, not for dinner. Ada is not a cheap date. There we go. Use a damn full thing and another one. Yeah, there's not many places in my area that you can actually go to get it done. So we're having to go slightly outside of the area to, or at least the places that are in my area are not particularly big. So we're going to have to go slightly out of the area to get it done. So we are we're going to Chester to get ours done. Chester race course, which will be fun. Risk of totally doxing myself there. Ah, see. Yeah, my mum's in the NHS. Well, she works in A&E. She's sort of frontline, and it's been so bad. And she finally got hers. They were saying that she wasn't. They didn't think that she was going to be able to get it at first, but then she was. She's all protected. My brother, I think, is close to getting his. He had COVID. He caught COVID from work. He works for one of the major distribution centres for Aldi. And he actually caught COVID from work. He was alright. He didn't get it too badly. He did feel really quite poorly for a while, but he got through it. He was fine. My sister has had hers as well. She got hers as well for the same reason that Barry and I have got ours sort of earlier, even though we're not in the correct sort of age range yet, because we're carers at the same time, because my son's technically got a disability, so. But it's good. I'm glad that I don't have to wait longer than I thought I was going to have to wait, because I'm in an awkward age group. It does make me feel better about going to, because obviously I had to go back to college this week, so I was, physically back in college at the moment, which I wasn't that happy about. Yeah, it made my anxiety quite bad towards the beginning of the week, but I've pretty much been there all week now this week because of the amount of work that I've had to do. So as soon as I can get my jab, I'll feel much better about it all. It won't open. That's the one that I believe comes in from... There's two paths, isn't there? You can get down that way. I'm not entirely sure which one that one was. Yeah. There's a Murchie up there, though. I'm just looking forward to getting some sense of normality back. Because it has been tough. It's been a very tough year. The good thing as well is the course that I'm doing, the sort of, it is a degree level course that goes on to be a degree level course. It's supposed to be a vocational course, but because of the pandemic, we haven't actually been able to do the work experience and the vocational stuff that we would normally do. So that's going to be good. I am very much looking forward to getting out and being able to work as well. Oh, I think I'm gonna have a fight with a big dude. I think I'm gonna get a fight with a big dude. Ooh, Ada actually can get up to these areas. Oh, that's fancy. I can get all these goodies. You see, Leon, this is why you should have used your grappling hook. He had a grappling hook. He never used it. He should have used it. And then he could have got all the goodies up here like Ada did. There's a yellow cat's eye. I have no idea where I'm assuming that it's supposed to go inside the beer stein, but I never found the beer stein. Don't know where that was. But anything that gets me ammo, I am all for. See you later. Have a good day. I'll try not to die too much. thought I could run through his legs. Normally can. Stab him, Ada. You'll be fine. Just run, Ada. We're gonna let that Carlos live. She says, going completely the wrong way. Oh no. I know. Carlos just wants a hug off the pretty lady, but he can't have. He can't has. Leave him in there. I think this is the end of the chapter.
You guys go on. Louis. Hey, señorita. Got a light and some smokes to go with it to make my day?
Where's the sample?
Okay, we skipped the foreplay. As a matter of fact, I was just going to get it. Where's the love, baby?
Sounds like fun to me. Just hurry up.
Okay, lady. Where do you stand on all of this? Exactly what kind of group are you working for?
There are some things in the world better off not knowing. This is one of them.
Fine. I can take a hint. I don't care who you are, as long as you get rid of that old man and his religious friends.
The end of the chapter.
Among all the people involved in this, Luis Serra has the least entanglements. He works for no organization, preferring to move on his own. I'm the one who told the organization of his importance. I did it because I like him. His history betrays an enthusiasm I once shared. It was a stroke of luck that I happened to intercept his email for help. It seems he can't trust the police, so he sent the email to an old friend from college. He must have thought his friend was still alive. At any rate, that's how I managed to find him. Apparently, he's been conducting his own investigation of the cult while doing research on Las Plagas. A brilliant scientist. He's accumulated a pile of data and pieced it all together. Must be why Sadler hired him. Too bad Sarah's snooping has aroused his suspicion. When I told him who I was, he practically begged to be taken into custody. He needed protection. He said, I have no love for Las Plagas or this stupid cult. I want out. I just want peace and quiet again. I ordered him to bring me a Master Plaga specimen, a sample for evidence. Looks like he's one of the few people whom Sadler actually trusts. Tracking him down and getting my hands on the sample shouldn't be difficult. I doubt the cult will take kindly to his escape, though. I'll have to guide this along if I want it to go smoothly.
Ah, so the admission that Ada was the one that Luis was trying to get the sample for to give, and yeah, she was behind all of that one. So that was report number 2. Got 3 left. Think I've got time to do one more. Actually, I might be able to do a bit more than that. We'll see. Chapter 3.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
Luis has succeeded in recovering the sample. He's waiting in the castle. Get in contact with him, ASAP.
Understood.
And that US government lapdog, Leon.
If you do happen to encounter him, put him out of commission. We can't let him interfere with our plans.
He has no idea what's going on. He's nothing we need to worry about.
He's a survivor of Raccoon City. We can do without the extra distraction. Take him out.
Leon.
Ooh, intrigue. Retrieve the sample. And Ada's also been ordered to assassinate Leon if she encounters him again. Which, yeah, I'm sure that she is totally going to do. She will definitely do that. Oh, bows. That's cool. The bow is a good one, really good one. Definitely want to start thinking about that.
Got a selection
Welcome.
of good things. What are you selling?
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Well, I might as well sell you all these cat's eyes, seems as though I forgot where or missed the thing to actually put them in. So we'll give you all of them.
What are you buying?
The attaché case is 40. The bowgun is 70. I'm gonna need the bigger attaché case anyway to fit the bowgun in. So before I get it, so that is my ultimate goal. I say ultimate goal. Hey Murchie, help me. It's like I can't. If I help you, they'll know. Just help me, Murchie. Come on. He won't help me. Oh, damn it. It'd be awesome if you just saw the Murchie just start loading on these dudes. That would be incredible. I would love that. What? Someone shot me with an arrow, like, through a fence. I'm not entirely sure what that dude with the arrows is crossbows, but I will get him. Oh, damn it. Oh, Ada just lost her head! Oh no! I was gonna brag about how I haven't died yet. Oh, it's going to be gutted he missed that. Right, let's cut through these. Get on with it. Get the bowgun back. Oh, I didn't actually get the bowgun, but, you know, go for it. That is such a horrible thing. It's even more horrid than the other one. Because it's just like, it's totally like stretching out of his neck because it wants to be off him. Ugh. I must admit, these plants do creep me out a bit. more than the other ones did. Oh, hello. Did not see you there. Let's work this out. Chomp on these. There is someone with a crossbow, and I'm not entirely sure where they are, but they shot at me before through the damn fence. I need to remember the way out of here. I must admit, I'd much rather it be the these guys, the zealots, I think they're called, than the dogs, because the dogs in this game are just so annoying. Doggies. They're not good boys, they're bad boys. in this games. Therefore, I have no compunction with killing them. Well, at least he died. Thought every single zealot in this area was going to start sprouting a big freaking head. Where are these guys coming in from? There they are. Do I have any bombs? I do. I have a thingy bomb. Oh, get out of here. So Leon has moved on by this point. Gonna run back through from where he was. The merchant has gone from this room. Hello.
When I bought all of that stuff for lunch and bread for the weekend,
Yeah.
I may have forgotten to get the actual milk that I went.
Oh, you silly sausage.
Yeah, so that's all.
All right.
What did you do as much?
I did.
Welcome. Got a selection of good. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. Ah. Thank you. Is that all? Is that all? Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying? Thank you. What are you buying? Come back anytime.
Oh, yes. Go ahead, no. Go ahead, no.
Leon, I'm sorry, but I can't be seen with you.
Mátalo! Leon! I got it. Louis!
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back. Louis! Louis!
I found Louise. Unfortunately, a bit too late.
Did you retrieve the sample?
No, Sadler has it.
There will be another time. Have you had a chance to eliminate Leon?
Not yet.
If that's the case, then maybe we can capitalize on his little lucky streak. Take advantage of the distraction he is causing for Sadler and his followers to retrieve the sample.
Yep, rest in peace, Lewis. I kind of like that thing. I like that Ada was kind of there with that. I all in all, that whole like Lewis's storyline is kind of like something that I hope that they expand upon in the remake, even when they do it, because all in all, like the fact that Sadler took the sample doesn't mean anything. You know, if Sadler's got Plaga, he doesn't need the Plaga sample at all. Like Sadler's killing Lewis because Lewis was gonna, you know, sell the sample to somebody else in order to get protection. Like that's why he killed him. So he doesn't really need the sample. That's just a sort of external thing. Like that's Ada's objective. It's not Leon's objective, which I kind of like seeing it from this side. It's really quite cool. I've got 25 minutes left, so I'm gonna try and break into the next one and do what we can with that. See how far I get.
Jack Krauser has been the subject of extensive study and research by the organization. His skills and personality have been tested both on and off the battlefield. If he weren't the best, he would become a liability that would jeopardize the rest of us. My conclusion? He's a great soldier. No more, no less. As long as he's well compensated, he shouldn't cause any problems for us. If he does start to get restless, I can take care of him. I've studied his combat style and can deal with that arm of his if necessary. Krauser answers directly to Wesker, and it was Wesker who decided that Krauser should be sent to spy on the cult. He also decided to send me along. I wonder if it wasn't to keep an eye on Krauser. No doubt, Krauser has already fallen to the temptation of Las Plagas and the power they represent. This could have dire consequences for the organization. On some level, however, this may be a necessary development, as his role is to disrupt this farce of a play. That said, the stage and its players will ultimately come crashing down in the end. Bad luck for him. But he'll play the patsy in the end and take the fall for all of us. That's why I need to make sure things keep going exactly as they are.
Okay, so we've got Krauser into the mix now. I agree, Mike. I agree. Like, I enjoyed Resident Evil 3 Remake. I wasn't as angry about it as a lot of people were. I was disappointed when I first played through it that certain areas didn't appear in it as much as they did, but I think that the pacing of it was really good. And I think that the way that they handled the characters was really good. I think that if remaking Resident Evil 4, they definitely need to make sure that they keep the length of it, because with Resident Evil 4, they did get so much longer, the games. I think Code Veronica was quite long, but that wasn't supposed to be like a main part of the timeline. And it ended up being longer than Resident Evil 3 because they were supposed to be switched, weren't they?
What's the news on our friend, Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quite a jolly mess he's made, that Leon, but all for the better. Sadler's people have fallen into a panic. Their destruction is only a matter of time now.
Once he gets Ashley back, his job will be finished. He'll no longer be a factor.
No, I'm leaving Leon to Krauser. Hurry up and retrieve the sample.
Maybe you forgot, Wesker. I don't always play by your rules.
Wesker. This bitch in the red dress isn't going to stop Leon from being killed. Come on. You ask her to pick between Leon and any semblance of a mission that she's supposed to be undertaking. She's always going to try and save Leon.
Got a selection of good. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Yeah, still haven't got quite enough for the bowgun yet. God damn it. Is there anything else that I can sell? Not really. Just don't have much of anything. I will get there. We'll get there though. I think that they will do Resident Evil 4 justice, the remake. They're taking longer with it than they were going to take or that sort of thing, because they pushed it back another year, didn't they? It was supposed to be coming out next year, but it's not. It's 2023 now, which is good. I hope that they take their time with it and do it well, because like I love Resident Evil 4. It's not, of all the games, it's hard to say that it's my favourite, but it is one that I've definitely got like good memories of it, and I don't have sort of the negative opinion that some people do about it. I hope that they do it well. I'd love to see, and this is something I was talking about earlier with some people that I was talking to, I would love for them to do a Code Veronica remake, but they'd have to be very careful with that. Yeah, I don't think they would risk not doing Resident Evil 4 justice, because it is such a fan favourite of the games. Like they really took their time over Resident Evil 2 because they realised, they knew how much of a fan favourite it was. Resident Evil 3, I do think that was rushed, but it was supposed to be. God damn it. It was supposed to be part of, they intended for it to be part of Resident Evil 2, to do them together, or at least they were developing them together, but they obviously then they did them separately, and I don't think they gave it quite enough time. Still, I don't think it was a bad remake, to be honest. It was alright, it was good. Resident Evil 2 remake was pretty much damn near perfect. The remake of Resident Evil 1's as close to being perfect as a game as you can get, in my opinion. Yeah, they were being developed at the same time. Just let me check. Down there goes this. Give me 1 second. These creators. Yeah, it's I mean, I didn't get to play it for a long time because I've always been a PlayStation player. And so, like, I didn't have a GameCube or anything like that. One of my friends that I went to school with, she had a GameCube, and she was like, you love Resident Evil, don't you, Lucy? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And she was like, you need to play this. And I was like, but it was only out on GameCube at the time or something, or it came out on GameCube first. I was like, if they bring it out on the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation, I will definitely play it. And then they did, and people had been going on about how good it was, but how it was different, and it was more like a shooter. And I've never been a fan of shooters, really. So that kind of put me off a little bit, and I went in expecting to hate it, but I didn't. I loved it. Like, Leon is one of my favorite characters, and Ada is absolutely one of my favorite characters. So it's very cool. Yeah, I would find it very difficult to disagree with that. The Resident Evil 1 remake is, like I said, it's a perfect remake, and it's almost about as perfect a game. It's so good. It's really, really good. Resident Evil 2 remake is really good too. I had a few issues with the Resident Evil 2 remake, but they were minimal. It's gonna be interesting. I think Capcom are starting to do well. They're starting to give the series a little bit more love and work towards the right thing. I personally would like to see. I love all of them. I love all of the Resident Evil games in their own way. I'm more of I like third-person games. I like RPGs, that kind of thing. I'm not that sort of. I like shooting a little bit, but I'm much more sort of an RPG kind of player. Swords. I like to stab shit. But yeah, the old school Resident Evils, like, I love them because I grew up with them. Like, the first ones came out while I was at school, and like they were game changing for me in terms of the kind of games that I would play and I would like. Absolute game changing. So I fell in love with the franchise. I fell in love with the characters, and it's a series that I've just played my whole life. So I'm glad that it's still going. Yeah, I do really like RPGs. I always liked the fact that I always like games that allow you to play them sort of in your own way a little bit. I mean, I grew up playing like Sonic and that sort of thing. I wasn't really an RPG into that sort of thing. I grew up playing platformers, but I liked one of the earlier games that I liked on the PlayStation. I got into like Resident Evil. I got into Tomb Raider. Oh god damn, I love Tomb Raider. But I also got into like Grand Theft Auto, and Grand Theft Auto 3 for me was absolutely groundbreaking in terms of gameplay and what you could do, because you could really, it was the first time I'd played a game that was a kind of open world, you know, that you could do what you wanted to do with it, and you could. I just keep jumping down into the same place? I want to get up over this bit. So how do I get down there? Yeah, so it was the first kind of open world game that I played, and oh shit, and I loved it. I loved being able to play like an open world game and play games in my own way. So that got me into RPGs, and for a long time I didn't like kind of fantasy RPGs. It makes my husband laugh, because when we met, I was kind of like, yeah, I do like RPGs a little bit. I'm not as into fantasy RPGs as other things, but I do like them. I like sort of, maybe not so much for RPGs, but open world games and things like that. I don't really like, this was what I said, my exact words were, I don't really like dragons and shit. And then I loved Mass Effect. Mass Effect was just like, perfect games for me. Loved them. Absolutely loved them. And I was like, well, you know, BioWare also made these RPGs games, but they're, you know, it's more fantasy, it's dragons and shit. I'm not sure if I'll be into that. And then I played Dragon Age Origins, and I fell in love with the Dragon Age franchise as well. And that very much got me into those sort of games. So now I love dragons and shit. I played them. I played Origins. Was just, it was kind of a groundbreaking game for me, really, again. And I then went through and played 2. I was into the series by the time that Inquisition came out, so I was following the development for Inquisition because I really wanted that to come out. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And in between them, I played Skyrim because I hadn't played Skyrim before. So I played Skyrim and I quite enjoyed that as well. It was alright. I quite like that. So I had to, but oh fuck, I forgot about this area. This area is huge. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this whole area because I've got to go at like past. So yes, Dragon Age Origins is just, that game is, I love that game so much. First time I played that game, and this is why I think I fell in love with it so much. I played that game and I decided that the first Origin that I was going to do is I wanted to be an elf, but I didn't want to be an elfy elf. So I was like, I will be a city elf, because I was like, that sounds cool. I'll be a city elf. And I like the idea that they were slightly, you know, it was put out, they're slightly impoverished and this sort of thing, and slightly discriminated against. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can get on board with that. We'll do that. And then the origins for the city elf, I was playing a female city elf, and the origin story for the female city elf, on a personal level, let's just say that it resonated a lot on a personal. Oh god damn it, Ada's dead. It resonated a lot on a personal level. There was themes in that you know, I have personal experience with. And I just, from that moment, I felt like such a deep connection to my elf character, my warden. And so I very much went through that story, like, it feeling so personal. And that, I by the time that I'd finished that, I was just like, that game, it got to me. Yes, I did on GTA 3. I pretty much did everything. I started playing it when, I mean, this is when it first came out. This was many years ago. I started playing it and I did the story mission. I started doing the story missions and playing the story missions, obviously, and then I realised just how big and open the world is. So, I did all the other stuff too. I just played everything in those games, and Vice City as well. Loved them. I haven't played the more recent GTA games, I must admit. I'm not sure. I don't think I grew out of them is the right sort of thing to say, but I don't know. I just never carried on. But GTA 3 was a game that really did change things up for me because it was the first sort of open world game. But Dragon Age now is right up there with me, with like Mass Effect for me. Now Mass Effect and Dragon Age are just like, those games are. I cannot wait for the next Dragon Age. Like, that can't come soon enough for me. But at the same time, I want them to take their time with it. I want them to do it right. I'm so excited for May for the Mass Effect remake coming out. Well, remaster, whatever. It's going to be the Legendary Edition. For that, I am. Oh god, I'm going to play that game so much. I am going to just live that game for ages. And Resident Evil 8, of course. So I'm just hoping that my college work eases off a little bit and that I actually have time to play these games that I want to play, because at the moment my schedule has been so packed. Let's get in here. Yeah! Ah! Ooh. Ah! It went boom. Yeah, oh God, Dragon Age 2 is... I love the game. I wish that it had had more time. Because it really went through development hell, that game. They gave them like 18 months or something to finish that whole game, and you can tell. But I think that the story and the characters in that game are so good. They really are brilliant, and I only wish that they had more time on development of that game. Because it was really good. Where's my hookshot leading me through? Hang on. Oh God, Mass Effect 3. Now isn't that a subject? The first time I played through Mass Effect 3, I must admit, I wasn't as disappointed as a lot of people were. I was just kind of like, I wasn't overly, you know, like, I wasn't really thrilled with it, but I wasn't angry about it. I just kind of took it for what it was. But then, you know, they did the extended cut, and I was like, yeah, this is much better. So I wasn't as angry about that as a lot of people were. I do absolutely love that franchise, though. I think it's really difficult to wrap up a franchise like that has been so open with so many choices and have everybody be satisfied in the end. I think that that kind of game is so hard to do that with, to get a satisfying conclusion for everybody. But yeah, they did cheap out on that. You know, I'm not going to deny the fact that they did absolutely kind of cheap out on that end, and it was not great. But let's see, who killed the dragon in Origins? I'm trying to remember the first time that I played Origins, because I've played them so many times. I'm trying to think. The very first, I think my city elf. I think she killed the dragon, and I think she died. I'm trying to remember, because I don't think that I did the ritual with Morrigan, because it seemed just like really fucking suspicious to me. I don't think that I did that. It just, yeah, I was like, this is creepy. Alistair doesn't even like you. You and Alistair don't like each other. I'm not gonna convince him to have sex with you just so that we don't die. You know, we're Grey Wardens, and you know, sacrifice is part of the whole motto. So yeah, I think that my elf died on the first one, but I've played so many versions of it. I've pretty much done most, if not all, scenarios that you can do in those games. I've done most of them. So played them so many times. Yeah, now that obviously I've played them so many times, and I have deep delved into the lore through. I've watched so many lore things about Dragon Age, and I follow some absolutely amazing people who do like deep dives into the lore on Dragon Age. I think that you're right with that. I think that they do. You can see if you keep Alistair as a warden, and he's in Inquisition, and he goes to speak to her in the garden at Skyhold. You can see that there is a bond there. He's a good egg. Yeah, I loved with Dragon Age Origins the actual choices that you could have, the amount of things that you could actually do were incredible, and the amount of different things that you can make happen in Origins are incredible. Like, I played through Origins several times before I started to look online about the lore and the other options that I might have had. Yeah, I had looked, I hadn't looked stuff up so much. Oh my god, there's so many of these things. Okay. I need a hook. I need to... What does it take? I feel like I could hook shot out of there. There we go. Yes, so let me work out where I go. Over here. Yeah, so I'd played through it a few times. I'd done a few different choices with it, and then I looked online about what was possible that I hadn't considered before, and I had no idea like that you could spare Logain and you could recruit him. Like, I had no idea about that. So that was one of the first things that I did, and that was fun because I'm the kind of person, like with a game like Dragon Age and definitely like Mass Effect, like if I do something different, I've got to see the whole playthrough through. You know, I've got to see the whole playthrough through. I like to try and do things differently because I want to see all the options. I want to see what's possible and do things very differently and really explore it. So with that one, I recruited Logain and I kept Alistair alive because I couldn't kill him. I couldn't kill him off, so I kept Alistair alive. And then obviously you go to Dragon Age 2 and he's become a drunk. And I didn't know that was going to happen. Like, all I knew was that I'd looked up was that you can spare Logain, and I was like, why would you? But actually doing that and sparing him gave me a lot more respect for Logain. Like, as a character, like, he is amazing. He is a great character, and I love great characters. Like, you know, I'm also a writer. I love great characters, and Logain's a brilliant character. So, yeah. But that sparing Logain and like not letting them kill Alistair, and him turning up in Dragon Age 2 as a drunk was hilarious. Like, that was so funny. But I think, I would love to, at some point on this channel, I absolutely, definitely want to do a playthrough. Obviously, when Mass Effect comes out in May, I'm gonna do a sort of like my canon playthrough of that. When I would love to do like a full Dragon Age playthrough of sort of my canon. Because I don't think mine is the typical canon. Yeah, I played Andromeda. I liked Andromeda, you know. It comes back to as we were saying earlier, I tend to take games for what they are. I think that there were issues with it. Undeniably, there were issues with it when it came out. It was there were problems with it, and the development. That game went through development hell as well, and a lot of parts of that were really, really rushed. And some of the animations were atrocious. I remember I was looking up through online because they shipped out a lot of the animations. The animations that they had before they shipped them out were really, really good. And in particular, if you played as Scott and you romanced Cora, their love scene, their sex scene, was like the animation in that, like, and in her face was it was beautiful and it was perfect. And then they shipped the facial animations out and they just ruined it. It was so bad. So many corners were cut in that regard. But I don't think that game deserved the abuse that it got. And I was kind of gutted that it did get as much abuse as it got, because I was looking forward personally to a sequel or something, and to see what happened with those characters and those worlds. Like with those games, like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and with those games, I get so invested in those characters, you know. I truly, like, I get really, really into RPGs. I get really invested in those characters. And then it came like, and obviously there was the tease at the end of it with the Quarian arc, and I was like, oh yeah, that is so awesome. I can't wait to do that. And then it just, you know, never happened. Yeah, I was gutted. So I shouldn't have sold that cat, because there's things you can put inside of it. Oh well. Right, we're gonna try and get my bow gun now. So yeah, I was a bit gutted about that. This is why I say, you know, I can't wait for the next Dragon Age, but at the same time, I really hope that they just take as much time as they need with it. I would rather have a game that is so good, really, really good, and pays off on the stuff that happened in Inquisition, than have another rushed game. And it seems like it's going to be. The BioWare do seem like they've learned a fair bit, and they've finally, you know, killed off Anthem and put the devs back onto Dragon Age and things like that. So fingers crossed. It will all turn out well. Oh, all the time. Oh, I do. I do get very, very invested in the characters, and I'll just be like, yeah. I say I'm a writer in that, and sometimes my husband laughs and stuff, because it's like my imaginary friends. And when I'm writing, when I'm doing work in that kind of, I do get like very much into the mind frame of, like, my husband will be like, you're off in your own little world again, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just thinking about such and such and what they'd be doing at the moment. And when I start, if I really get into an RPG and I'm really invested in it, I'm like, yeah, it gets in there very much. Very much so. I'm a big nerd when it comes to RPGs. I love them so much. Really good RPGs. Like I said, it goes back to what I experienced when I first played that GTA 3 for the first time. It is just that ability to be able to play a game your own way and really invest in it and really make it kind of yours. I know with a lot of games there's a certain it's not true choice and that sort of thing, and it got to the point where I haven't played Mass Effect for a long time. This is why I'm really looking forward to playing it when it comes out in May. Is I know those games now so back to front that it's quite hard for me to play them and not kind of metagame them, you know, and kind of it's quite difficult now for me to play them and not get in my own head about them and not be like, what would the character do in this situation? But like, I try and do that so much. I really do. Like, I try to get out of my own head about stuff and try and get into, like, try and get invested into the character, try and think about what they would do as opposed to what I think that they should do and what I know happens in certain situations. It's tough. When you know a game so well, it is tough, because you're like, I know that if I do this is going to happen, and this makes this happen. So yeah, it can be tough. I really need some help, otherwise Ada is just going to die again. But I try to do that as much as possible. Like, I try to like think about, like, what would the character do in this situation as opposed to, like, what I know that they do. Because what I know and what the character knows are two different things. That's why I love when a new game comes out. I love when I'm looking forward. It's been so long, like obviously since we've had like a new Mass Effect or a new Dragon Age or that kind of thing. I think that's what I'm looking forward to most of all, is not knowing what your choices actually do and what could happen. I love that, but it also terrifies me at the same time. Especially, to be fair, BioWare have got a lot less cruel, shall we say, about those sort of things, because you have the first Mass Effect and Dragon Age Origins, like in particular, like there are so many ways that if you don't spend the time with the people, if you don't speak to them, like, you know, I say Zevran can turn on you really easily. Like he's playing you essentially the whole time unless you make him, you spend the time in him and invest in him as a friend. Like, people can turn on you. They are characters who have their own motivations and their own issue, and if you don't necessarily spend the time to get to know them through talking to them, then, you know, they will go off and do their own thing, or they will like morally disagree with you on things. Like, one of the things that I loved in the first Dragon Age thing is, like, a lot of your companions can die in certain situations because they fundamentally disagree with things that you are doing. I am gonna die again. I cannot keep my health up at the moment. I've missed that. Someone give me some goddamn health. Ooh. Okay, so how did... What happened then? How did I end up in this area? Did I just glitch into this area? Because that was weird. That was weird, right? I was like, I need health, I'm gonna die, and the game was just like, oh, okay, well, we'll just stick you into that room. What? Okay. Mida, did you ever have a crush on a character from Mass Effect or Dragon Age? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love all of them. I have certain characters, like, that are, you know, undeniably like my default. I'm going to drop a save in here just simply because I'm on the verge of dying. That are like my default romance characters that I just love them. Absolutely love them, adore them. And I honestly still don't know how I ended up here. But I did. I'm not ungrateful for it. Yeah. So in the first game, I'm just trying... In the first game, I know a lot of people love Alistair. Alistair's a cool character, but I never really saw him as that kind of, princely romancy kind of thing that I know that a lot of people did. I didn't really see it that way. I love Morrigan. Like, I adore Morrigan. Like, total crush on Morrigan and Liliana. Dragon Age 2. And this is going to sound like really, really weird because he barely has a character at all, because he's a very underwritten character. I adore Sebastian, and I know that a lot of people... I don't know how I ended up here, but I'm going to take it. That is... Video games are literally sometimes held together with, like, wishful thinking and a bit of sticky tape, aren't they? They really are. I liked Sebastian a lot. I one of the first times I played it through, I really liked Anders, but I kind of gone off Anders. He's really quite problematic. Yeah, Sebastian is amazing. I don't get the hate that there is for Sebastian at some point. Like, he's underwritten. He's an underwritten character because he was a DLC character, and they didn't implement him as well into the story as they did other characters. And as again, I come back with Dragon Age 2, the time limit that they had on the development process. He deserved a much bigger part in that story. He has a much bigger part in that story. But the way that he was written into the story doesn't actually reflect that. But him and Anders are sort of like they're the opposite of each other. And they are like the important companions in that story, really, in my opinion. Yeah, I adore Sebastian. Absolutely adore Sebastian. And in Inquisition, I like Cullen. Cullen's cool. But I love Iron Ball. It's there are certain characters, and I think in Mass Effect Andromeda it's the same with that one. There are certain characters and certain romances, I think, in those games that I love, and I would consider like my canon or my go-to ones. So when it comes to doing like new playthroughs through, and I decide like, oh no, I'm going to do something a little bit different this time, and then it's like that, and then I get into like Dragon Age Inquisition, for example. I get into Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'm sitting there going, don't ride the bull, Lucy, don't do it, don't ride the bull, because I love those characters. But Anders is good. Yeah, I love Anders. I love the way that he's written. I love the development of his character and the story. I think that is really, really cool. I don't like him as a romance option, though. I think that the romance is not good. It's very problematic in my opinion. But he is great. He was so much better. Like, I get it. I get the character progression. He was so fun in the DLC for Dragon Age Origins. And then I get why his character was the way that it was when you get into Dragon Age 2, because of having justice and that sort of thing. But he lost a fair bit of that wit. He still had it, but he lost a bit of it. Like, yeah. And Anders is an really interesting character. There's a lot of really interesting characters. I go back to what I said earlier about a lot of the characters in Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a little bit different because I find a lot of the companions in Mass Effect actually are like, you know, they are like, Shepard is like, it's Notice Me Senpai with the Shepard, you know, they're a lot like the whole, you know, put in attention, get out friendship or romance points a little bit more, I think, in there than in Dragon Age. oh, that scene. Colin. I'm going to stop calling him Colin now. Oh yeah, that's absolutely hilarious. I loved Cassandra as well, like in Dragon Age Inquisition. I loved Cassandra. I wished that I could romance Cassandra as a woman. I was gutted that I couldn't romance Cassandra as a woman. She does femshep for me. It is Shep. Yeah, she is absolutely Shep to me. Though I have played some male Shepards. Jennifer Hale her voice is just incredible. I can't play with mods because I play on console, not on PC. So, yeah.
Die, comrade.
I mean, one day I went to do the button mashing for that. One day I'd love to get a really good gaming console, computer, but
Looks like we have the upper
at
hand.
the moment I don't have one. And the only things that I can really mod at the moment, like I got a few mods. I put a few mods on Fallout 4, but it just doesn't work very well on console, to be honest. I am so jealous of people who can mod games. I really, really am. Some of the mods for Dragon Age are just so good. I would love to have them.
You told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Right, that is the end of this chapter. There is one chapter left of Separate Ways. I can't remember how long it is, to be honest. But I was gonna go because I was gonna go and watch the cricket. That's one of the main reasons I play on PC. The amount of mods.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Perhaps the most essential part of this mission. This story wouldn't be complete without him and
I have total mod envy
survival
for people who
skills.
play on PC.
He
Absolutely.
has what it takes to survive against
I
overwhelming
used to
odds.
years and years and years ago. This is going back many, many years. I used to mod the hell out of The Sims. It's my only experience with mods, really. And then obviously the little ones that you can have for Skyrim or Fallout on PS4 and on the PlayStation. Some of them work okay. Most of them don't work very well at all. Yeah, that is what it is.
Involvement of both Sadler and Krauser, the possibility of unforeseen problems is there. But I need him in a supporting role for me to achieve my goals. I'll do whatever it takes to keep him in his place and make this all go smoothly. Of course, his role didn't exist at all until a few months ago. Back then, my role was much simpler too. But that was before the
there are
President's
ones that
daughter
sort of
was adopted and Leon was
very,
dispatched to
very
London.
simply improves graphics and will do things like put seasons on, but it's so limited on what you can do with mods on the PlayStation, to be honest. And I always struggled with sort of balancing them. It always Fallout 4 just is quite unstable as it is anyway. But yeah, Fallout 4 can be quite unstable anyway. And it just, anytime I use mods, I get the dreaded, there's a bug or like a sort of game breaking bug that you can get on the consoles for Fallout where it just stops being able to save your data and it corrupts like your data files. And any time I try to play with mods, like that happens to me. It just doesn't really work out. They're really not designed for it, I don't think. Well, it was Ada waxing lyrical about Leon. I am actually going to go. I'm going to do the last chapter. I might hop on a little bit later on, but if not, it will be tomorrow because the last chapter is quite hard. There's a couple of big boss fights in it, and there's a couple of big sections in it. And I'm going to go and watch the cricket because it started 20 minutes ago and I'm already late for it. So I'm going to go get some lunch and watch the cricket. Thank you for coming along and chatting with me. I love it when there's people to chat to. That's awesome. So yes, thank you as always for watching, and I will see everybody in the next video. Don't know if it'll be later or tomorrow. I've got some stuff to do tonight. So take care. Bye.